Hi there, today we're going to make a counter inside of Webflow. And the pretty cool thing about this is that it's actually very simple to do. You just copy and paste the code that I'm going to share with you in this video. And additionally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the link to this project so you can just clone it inside of your Webflow project so you can work straight from there. So let's jump straight into it. So the first thing to do is just to style the page a bit to input the numbers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a div block. That is going to be a section, and it's going to be 100 view width and a height of 100 view height, so it's taking 100% of the viewport. And I'm going to display flex, align center, justify center, so everything's centered. Next, I'm going to add another div block, which is going to be the container. It's going to be 80 view width, 200 pixels height. And what you can do is I'm going to put some padding in there. So what you can do if you want to add the same padding everywhere is you just hold the shift key and start dragging your mouse. And I'm going to put 48 pixels so it works perfectly. Just add some borders, very light borders like this, and a radius of 20 pixels. Now I'm going to display it flex, align center, justify center. And now I'm almost ready to get started. So let's call this the number holder. And you're going to be flex center center, the width 33%. And this is perfect. So let's get started. All you have to do to make the numbers work is you add a text or a heading, doesn't matter, inside of the holder right here, number holder, and you're just going to write a number. So here I'm going to type 10,000, right? So what we do now once this number is ready is we're just going to change a bit of this. I'm going to remove that, put on auto and auto, and now we just import the code inside of Webflow and it's going to work perfectly. So what we have to do is just take the code that I prepared for you in the description, just copy that and paste it. And so you paste it into the page, and then you go to this little settings, you scroll all the way down to the body, and you just paste that there. And so let's break down the code a little bit. So this code is taken from the GitHub page that I will link, and this is the GitHub. It's actually very simple, and you can just modify two parameters inside of this counter. You can set up a delay and a time for the entire animation. So what we did here is just push a script, and then inside the script we started to add some parameters. It's calling the counter class, and it will add a delay of 10 milliseconds because it works in milliseconds, and the duration will last for 2000 milliseconds. So now we just need to change the class of the numbers and call it counter, and everything's going to work. So let's jump straight into it. We save the changes and we go to this number, and we're going to call that counter. So all we have to do now is just to publish the changes, and let's see how it works. And boom, it works perfectly fine. So how does it work? Actually, in the GitHub, it says that actually you can use this for integers, floats, and formatted numbers. So let's see how this works. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to copy and paste that 3 times so you can see how it works. And I'm going just to change the numbers, 8,000. And this is going to be 0.8678. And what it's going to do actually is going to, every single animation is going to last for 2000 milliseconds. Right here, this is the time, 2000 milliseconds. So it doesn't matter which number you input in there, it's always going to take 2000 milliseconds. So if you want to change that to 3000, 4000, 5000 milliseconds or even less, you can actually do that. And you can also delay as much as you want. So I'm just waiting for the publishing. So once this is published, let's see what happens. And boom, you can immediately see that every number is actually moving at the same pace and reaching the end number at 2000 milliseconds. So meaning 2 seconds. So that's pretty much it for this video. And I hope it's going to serve you in one of your Webflow projects. And if you like the video, click the thumbs up button and subscribe if you want to see more tutorials on Webflow.